soon you'll find the place you started seems so far away. And one day soon you'll say, every step you take brings you closer to the top. Now you can never give up when the odds are all against you. Never give up, show 'em all you can do. Anything. Now wishes are from dreamers, and from dreams we all wake. If you search your mind for the dream inside you, there's only one mistake. That's not to take it all away. 'Cause every day is one more chance for you to have it all. Now you can never give up when the odds are all against you. Never give up when the world gets you down.
Chance, I just thought of it about 5 minutes ago. Did I miss much on Thursday night on the call?
Well, it doesn't matter. It's recorded and posted up to the website.
Well, I knew that because I just remembered that, but I just thought since there was...
Other than just live interaction with everyone, you didn't miss anything there. But there was some valuable information. But you can hear that on the recording. So.
Okay, the recording, is that on the winning team?
Sure is. If you go to winning team and then scroll up to the top and over there where it says more, if you hover over the more, it drops down. It says our team training call. You click on there and it brings up a page that has the time and date and everything for the calls, and then right below that is the call for last Thursday night.
Okay, I just thought of it as
video format.
Ooh, okay.
Mike, I'm a little disappointed in IBO. I've been checking out other people's PRs, and I've been commenting on their dashboard logins, and nobody's commenting on mine. I'm trying to be inventive. I'm trying to do stuff that's universally accepted, not just push a business. And so
that's something we all want to do is we all want to support each other, and that's one way we can support each other is by reading each other's PRs and then commenting on them and sharing them. That's the real thing. Good evening. This is Mike in Georgia. You've reached our winning team training call. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
Mike, it's Don. I got to tell you, the number you had up on the team group there was wrong. The access code.
The access code 714-818. It's supposed to be 810.
Yeah, I thought it was odd. When I dialed that, it said I'm the first caller, and they were going to put me on hold.
We were setting up special before. Just for you there.
Well, anyway, I did that 3 times before I figured something might be wrong. And then I went back and to an earlier post and got the number. So that's why I'm late.
Well, that's okay. That was my fault. That's two weeks in a row I've messed up there. I'm going to have to be more careful now. Because I posted it that way twice today because all I did was copy and paste the second time. So
I'm going to write it down in big numbers and tape it to my monitor.
Go. You can do what I do. I got it posted up on the wall of my desk, right here in front of my desk. So.
Don, you ought to do what I do. I use Skype, and I just hit Mike Lyle's call. It automatically dials a number. And I have already memorized the access code, so I have like 4 or 5 access codes for different calls memorized. that I have different programs in my mind to tell me
Well,
which one is which.
you're doing better
So
than I am. I don't even have this one's memorized. I have to look up at my notes, and this is 2 weeks in a row I've gotten the wrong number posted there, so I'm gonna have to look at my notes a little more careful. Good evening.
I guess so, Mike.
This is Mike in Georgia, and you've reached our winning team training call for Tuesday evening. And I'm mighty glad you got here since I realized I posted the wrong access number. But please tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
Hi, Mike. It's Sandy in North Carolina.
Well, good evening, Sandy. We're glad to have you in
How
here.
you doing?
Um,
Yeah, I had sent some invitations out and realized that what number was wrong after I posted them. So I went back and redid them.
well, I will tell you, if you go to the winning team website, winningteampros.com, and hover over the more at the top of the page there, it is a drop down says our team training calls. You click on there, and in great big letters, red letters in fact, it's got the correct number and the correct access code there. So if you ever need it, that's the easiest way to go find it. Apparently trusting me to post the right one in the chat room is not a good idea. This is 2 weeks in a row I've messed up, so I'll try my best not to let that happen again. But anyway, I do appreciate y'all making the effort to get here, and appreciate y'all being here. I liked the two web pages you sent me today, Sandy. They look really good, and you know I went and looked at them with my cell phone, so I could see what they look like in as a mobile version, and they fit and look really good. They're mobile optimized, and they just
Oh, that's fantastic.
they look
Great.
really good. So you and Doug done a really good job there. Somebody went away.
You know, there is nowhere showing what Skyform tools can do for you. And that's why I did the website. I thought it really needs to say that somewhere.
You're right.
Uh,
You're right, and there are a few sites out there that really explain the tools and everything like that, but they don't put it in quite that way. And what you've done there is just really excellent. I like it. In fact, you probably want to share that with other people there.
Yeah, I'll start posting at places. I'm just looking at the video. I'm just looking at your video again.
Yeah.
I was going to put that on the website and realized that it had the old web URL.
You must have a cached version on there, because it's been up there and been edited and correct now for several days.
Good.
This is Mike in Georgia, and you've reached the winning team training call. Please tell us who you are, where you're calling from.
Hi, Mike. I did that. I tried to put the mute on because of my cat howling, and I.
You really muted it, didn't you? You really muted it. I figured that's what was
Hi,
going
Marty.
on.
Hi, Sandy. How are you? Hi, Don.
Hi, Don.
And Rev Dave, talking about what you were saying right at the beginning of the call, I agree with what you're saying. A lot of times nobody comments
Yeah, that's
on IBO. A lot of times I find that too.
that's something we want to do. That's one of the things that makes IBO so powerful, is the fact that members can read the PRs and then comment on them, and that's great because that keeps it out in front of everybody. But more so than that, sharing those PRs and sharing new wall posts and things like that, which is really simple to do. And if you go stick it out there on Twitter or Facebook or the Google, whatever it is, +1 or OnePlus or whatever that is, and all the other different social sites out there. If if you'll share other people's, and other people will share yours in return, and then we all get exposure out there to literally thousands, even hundreds of thousands of people that are not necessarily on IBO. We're getting that message out and getting our message out all over, and it just that's the way it works, is by sharing. And like I said, it's anytime you see, especially one of our winning team members or lounge members or something like that, anytime you see one of them posting something out there, I try to like it, and then I usually try to share it. That's what other people do too. Commenting is a good thing too, especially on the PRs. The more people you get commenting on the PRs, the more people you got get interested, and they come back and look for other PRs and things like that you post. So, oh me, that cat wants something, don't it?
Sounds like a baby crying.
Okay, I'm going to mute myself out. Just let me know if I muted myself out. Just say something.
Just don't go away completely. Well, we don't hear kitty cat anymore, so maybe you were successful there, I hope. If you got something to say, you know how to come back in, and please do. One thing we was talking...
Mike, I said, can you hear me? So, because he stopped meowing, I said, can you hear me? So I guess you couldn't hear me, so I muted out.
I couldn't hear you, so you must have been successful there.
Okay, I'm going to mute myself out again, and I'm going to say, can you hear me? Just let me know. Say yes, you can hear me, or no. I'm muting me now.
Okay, I don't hear you. I don't know if anybody else does or not, but I don't hear you, so you must be successful there at muting.
I am successful. I didn't shut me off. Okay.
Very good.
Okay. No, there's a cat outside the window, and this cat here is 18 years old, but I think he thinks he's 2 or 3 years old, and he does not like anybody close to his domain.
Protecting his property there. That's okay.
Exactly.
That's okay. One of the things we was talking about right up front, I don't think I even got it on the recording. This call is being recorded, by the way. I don't think I got that part on the recording, but David asked, how do you use your webcam to take a snapshot so that you can use for your Skype profile? And excuse me, I don't know that I'm qualified to answer that question. I with XP, Windows XP, it's a really simple process. You can just bring up Skype. Let me see if I can do that here with this other screen. Y'all won't be able to see this other screen, but I can.
Are you on screen share tonight?
Yes, we are on screen share tonight.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to go and find the link.
I don't know if we'll have anything that's well, I can tell you what the link is. It's ibourl.com/1JGH.
Oh, well, I'm not even... Hang on, Mike. I'm not even... things are... Hang on. I'm just in Skype. Hang on.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm typing in what?
ibourl.com/.
Oh, wait a minute.
One.
Hang on, I'm all confused here. Am I typing this in on Skype, or am I typing this in on Firefox?
No, on Firefox, if that's what you're using, yeah.
Okay, IBO.
ibourl.com.
URL.com.
Then /
Yep.
The number 1 and the letters JGH.
Number 1 and then JEH?
No, JG, John George Henry.
Okay. Oh, the / isn't working. Oh, gosh.
You need a new keyboard.
I know, I went through this problem before, now I got a copy of /. Okay.
what I was talking about is not going to show up on the screen because I'm looking at a different screen. I've got multiple computers running here, and I'm looking at one that has this running the Windows XP professional version, and when I run Skype on that, which is up there running, to take a picture with the camera, with my webcam that's on that computer, it's real simple because I go over to the very top and hover over the Skype in the horizontal menu there, and it drops down a menu. You come down to Profile, and when you come over Profile, it drops down another little menu, and it just says Change Your Picture. You click on Change Your Picture, and it will access your camera and bring it up there, and it'll give you a list of several of the latest pictures that you've taken already, and you got a choice of either taking on the live picture there that you see, or you can just use one of the other pictures, either one, and just choose that picture, and then you can use that picture as your profile. So if you wanted to take a new picture, you just you go to Profile and change your profile, and then you can set the profile picture. It'll, like I said, it brings up a box with a live picture on it. You can, in a little place to click where you can take a picture, and it's that simple. It's really, really simple. Close all that out now. But I operate most of the time from a laptop which is running Windows 8.1, and the Skype on Windows 8.1 is an application. It's not really a program, and it doesn't work exactly the same. It doesn't have all the same features, or if it does, I don't know where to find them. I'm just not quite that tech savvy, I guess, but so I don't really know how to do that with the with this Windows 8.1 machine. Though I can go in and outside of Skype, I can just go access the webcam on it, and it'll bring up a little program and show me a live picture, and I can do all kind of editing and stuff like that to it and everything, and take a live picture there, and then I can go back and use that picture as my profile picture if I wanted to. So that's the way I can do it there. But doing it within the Skype program on the Windows 8.1, I'm sure you probably have the same difficulty with Windows 7 and Windows 8, 8.1. I don't know how to tell you to do it, other than, like I said, going outside of Skype to your webcam program itself, which works for me if I want to, if I want to change it that way. Actually, most of the time, if I want to change it, it's real quick and simple and down and dirty. I just go up to my XP machine and do it. But not everybody runs two machines, so. But I will make a comment here, though. I don't know if anybody's noticed or not, but Microsoft has plans to cease supporting Windows XP, XP Professional, and all earlier versions of Windows starting in April, which is just a little over a month away. That doesn't mean your XP program will cease to work. It will continue working, but it's no longer going to be supported by Microsoft, and it's no longer going to be receiving security updates and things like that. So it's potentially, as time goes on, it's going to become more and more vulnerable to security attacks. But that's not the biggest problem. The biggest problem is all new software that gets written is not going to be written to work with Windows XP. It's Microsoft's little way of saying it's time for everybody to go out and buy a new computer. Uh, I'm not so sure that's a practical thing to do for everybody, but apparently that's what it is. They're also going to cease to support a lot of other programs that work with XP, such as Windows 2003. I mean, not Windows 2003. Word 2003 and Microsoft Office 2003. Programs like that are not going to be supported anymore. That don't mean those programs will quit working. It just means that they're not going to be supported with updates and things like that. And there's several other programs that's going to be there. The world of Microsoft is trying to force everybody to go to machines that run applications rather than actual computer programs. I guess an application is a computer program of a type, but they're not really the same. Applications is what your cell phone runs. Programs you run on your cell phone are applications, and they're trying to make everybody's desktop emulate cell phones nowadays, because that's the way the industry's gone. That's the way that's what's popular. That's what the younger set wants. To me, I'm trying my best to stay within the younger set and keep using the newer program. I have my laptop here that I use all the time now, and is basically a Windows 8.1 version, and it runs all the application type programs, including Skype. It works really good. Skype works really well for me, other than the fact that I'm an old dog. It's hard to teach me new tricks, and I've been using XP and the program version of Skype and stuff like that for so many years. I've gotten real used to using those, and it takes me a little extra effort to figure out how to work things on the Windows 8.1 machine, but I'm getting along with it. I'm managed to doing most everything I do on it now, so that's why I keep two machines running though, because I keep the other one just in case. Just in case they change their mind and decide XP is the way to go still. Anyway, I don't know if y'all been following everything, but if you're running an XP machine, that's going to become a problem as time goes on. It's not, like I said, XP will continue to work, but it will slowly become outdated. It'll slowly go the way of DOS 5.0 and Windows 3.0 and 3.11 and stuff like that. So actually, it'll go the way of when I got started in computers. We didn't use any DOS or Windows or anything. We used BASIC, and then we moved up to Microsoft's what we call GWiz. It was GW Basic. We called it GWiz Basic. GWiz, it really does work. But those programs were very limited. That's back at the time when Bill Gates came out with a statement and said he didn't see any reason in the world that any computer would ever need any more than 640K of memory. Now with 640K of memory, you can't even boot a machine up. So that's the way it's going. Anyway, get back on our subject today. Has anybody got anything particular, any questions they want to ask, or any particular subject you want to bring up tonight? I'm open and willing to discuss anything. Or did I bore everybody and put everybody to sleep? My wife says that's what I did.
Well, Mike, I guess it's up to you. Whatever you want to talk about.
let's see here. What can we talk about? Like I said, I'm gonna. No, I don't want to talk about the weather. It's gonna be some weather or not. I did update the video, moved it to the top of the web page, and updated the video that I use on a lot of things. Sandy pointed out to me. In fact, I already knew it and was working on it. It had some old information in it, so I did update the video with some new information. I've heard it before. I don't want the noise going on there, but I added the winningteampros.com address and took away the winningteaminfo.info address, and a few other little places and things that needed to be edited there. Hopefully it made it better. We're constantly working.
Mike?
Yes, ma'am.
At the end of that winning team video, the phone number is 71481 pound. 0 is missing.
It is.
You want to check that?
Well, I didn't know that. I'm going to check.
You and that phone number, I don't know.
It's not doing real good with phone numbers, am I? Let's see here. Phone number. Where's the phone number?
I think it's towards the end.
Well, I got the winning team address right there. Let's see here. Let it play on to the end here, and that's not where it was. I'm just gonna run through the whole thing here while I'm talking. If any of y'all are following along on the video, you can see something, you can point it out to me, or like Sandy's done today, and I really appreciate that whenever I post something up here on the website and everything. Occasionally I make a mistake. Sometimes when I post it to the chat room, I make a mistake. I really appreciate y'all if you see that to point it out to me so I can edit it and fix it as fast as possible. Excuse me.
Well, I finally wrote it down. I got it on a little paper hood I keep over my webcam in big black letters now. The phone number and the access code, so I shouldn't make that mistake again.
Alrighty. Well, hopefully I'm not going to make it again, but that don't mean I won't.
I really like that you're posting the recordings. I've sent a couple of pre-enrollees over to listen to the recordings.
Well, I'm going to try to do that every call, every time we make a call. This recording right here is recorded. Even when I don't do anything particular, even we just have discussions and things like that, there's some good information that comes out of those discussions sometimes, so I'm going to try to post it. I'm probably going to create a web page just for archive purposes, and probably just post the latest video there on that one page, so that it won't get crowded. But Sandy, I didn't see where I put the number on there at all.
Maybe that's not the one. One of the ones I watched a little while ago had the number on. Oh, doggone it, hush.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you shoot me an email or a Skype message or something when you see it, and you
I
know
will.
exactly
I will do
which
that.
one, and I will fix it. I
was going to do that anyway. I just, I need to check which one it was.
Obviously, I'm
I'm
having problems getting numbers straight here, so.
I don't remember which one it was. Okay, I'll check them out later, and then I'll let you know.
I have a number of phone numbers to keep in my head. I have an answering service here that answers, you know, and it's also on my Team One app and stuff like that for if people want to call and get a hold of me. I don't answer the phone. Now, most of y'all that are, you know, here on the team that you know, and everything, y'all have my cell phone. Most of y'all have a cell phone number, and you can call me direct, and I'll answer direct. I don't mind doing that. But for just posting a number out and stuff like that, I do want people to be able to get a hold of me. But I don't usually post a number that I answer. It goes to my answering service, and
Mike, what is your cell phone number? I don't think I have it. I always call you on Skype.
Calling Skype is okay too, except in fact, most of the time Skype gets to my cell phone as well. Uh, it has a Skype app on it, but my cell phone number is, and everybody here should have it already anyway, but it's 404-944-5184, and I don't mind y'all calling, just, you know, anytime you want to call, it's fine. Anytime you need help, or I can help you in any way, you can give me a call. I'll be glad to answer y'all's calls. I don't post that number out to just the general public. The number I post to the general public is 404-474-1457. That is, it doesn't even have a telephone attached to it, so I can't answer it. If it did, it just takes a message, and then when it takes a message, it turns around and sends me a little email message and alerts me immediately, and I can call back, and I can give people a call back when I can do justice and give them the proper time that they need. That's which is the primary reason it goes to the answering machine instead of straight to me. A lot of times, if I happen to be busy, I can't give them the time they need, and so I let it go to the answering service, and then I call them back, you know, when it's at the most convenient time for me and them. Of course, y'all know the conference line here number. I'm not going to try to quote it because I'll tell you wrong. I've done told it wrong all day, but I do want to let everybody know that if you have a situation come up and you need to set up a conference call with a prospect or something like that, or if you want to do three-way calling, or if you got a couple prospects or something, you want to talk to them, you know, all at the same time or something, this conference line number is officially used 2 hours a week on Tuesday and Thursday. The rest of the time it just sits there, and it is available. The only thing I ask is that you notify me and let me know that you're going to use it, and I'll give you all the access codes you need, you know, to if you want to do that. You can actually set up a conference call with somebody. You can record the calls or whatever, and you know, or you know, even if you want me involved in a three-way call or something like that, that conference phone number is available to everybody on the team. You know, that's just, it doesn't make sense to keep it private for just 2 hours a week. So, you know, if anybody needs it, it's there. Just be sure you got the number, and don't depend on me for the number, because sometimes I give it wrong, don't I? Don't mean to. But, I have several other phone numbers that I don't give out, period. But anyway, those numbers, that's my cell phone number. Cell phone is with me all the time. 404-944-5184. And you're welcome to call me anytime you need. And like I said, the other is the 404-474-1457 is strictly an answering service. But if you're not in a hurry for a call or something, you can call that number and just leave a message. I'll get back to you. And I do try to return all those calls that come in. And like I said, the conference line here number is available if you need it. a good subject. Excuse me.
So where'd you get that hat, Mike, that was on a picture of you on Facebook today?
I've had that hat for years. Oh no! The one on Facebook. Oh,
Yeah.
that belongs to the restaurant there where I was having lunch. I was
Oh,
thinking
okay.
of another hat that I just reposted my profile picture on Skype, and I'm wearing a little hat there. But that hat there was on Facebook was they came out and sang happy birthday to me. Today's not my birthday. Friday's actually my birthday, but I probably wasn't going to be there Friday, so they came out and sang happy birthday to me, and I've got a lot of good friends there, and
Oh, that's nice.
they brought that
Happy
big old
early
hat
birthday.
out and took pictures and everything, so it was a good time. But that hat really is
Yeah,
heavy.
well,
I don't think I could wear one
well,
like
I
that all
saw.
the time.
Well, I was on the computer for about 5 minutes this morning, and then I just got on it before the call, and that was about the first thing I saw on Facebook, and I had to start chuckling because it really stands out, Mike.
Yeah, it did. And while we're on the call, I'm gonna do a little bit of bragging. Now, all y'all probably heard about it, but I'm gonna tell you that my granddaughter is now officially uh, #2 in the world, and I'm talking about the whole entire world of Taekwondo as far as the Poomsae, which is the 13 to 15-year-old group, team forms. And forms is more where they just go through all their corrugated movements and everything, but team form has to be exactly precise. Everybody's hands and feet and fingers and everything have to be just at the right place at the right time in the right direction and everything. And she participated this past week, and in the uh, in the U.S. Open, which is the largest Taekwondo tournament on this continent, and there was close to 2,000 participants there,
Wow,
competitors, and over 63 countries were represented, and she took second place. So
that's awesome.
That is so exciting.
You've got every reason in the world to brag about that, Grandpa.
You sure do.
I don't want to be the boy that dates her.
I don't either. If you go out on Facebook, you can her sparring match, which she didn't win the sparring match, by the way, but she did. She held her own, and but if you look at that, you'll realize I wouldn't want to be anybody to date her either. I'm not worried about anybody that dates her. So she.
Is that something like Tai Chi?
Like what?
Like Tai Chi?
Um, I don't know. Taekwondo is a Korean martial arts.
Tai Chi is more of a more like relaxation techniques.
No, this is not
No,
relaxation.
this
No,
is more like fighting.
this is for
Okay.
relaxation for the loser sometimes. But no, actually,
Okay.
not really. But
I just
it's a martial arts of self defense. It's not a offensive form of martial arts. It's a defensive form of martial arts, but it is an official Olympic sport, and that is her dream and goal of making it to the Olympics. And this past week was step number one
wow.
in getting herself ranked, and so she's hoping to be. Well, it'll take 2 more years before she can actually qualify, but she's hoping to be ranked with the U.S. team in 2 years. So and in order to do that, she has to go to these tournaments and she has to win a few of them. So she's planning on going to the U.S. World Championship tournaments in June, I think it is, and then in July she's possibly going to the Pan American Games down in Mexico, and between those two, she's going to spend 2 weeks in Korea doing some training with some of the masters there. So she's got big dreams, big hopes, and
Well, she sounds like a very focused young lady that knows what she wants.
she is, and she does. She does know what she wants, and she has every intention of having what she wants. Anyway, that's not got anything to do with business. I appreciate y'all allowing me to veer off just a little bit, but I am proud of her. I really am.
You got
Well,
good
you-
reason.
I've got a 17-year-old grandson that still has no idea about what he wants to do.
Yeah, I've got a 30-something-year-old nephew that has no idea what he wants to do. As far as I know, he's never held a job. I've got a son-in-law that's 25 years old that I tell you what, his major effort for the day is getting up off the couch, which he doesn't do very often. You know, I'm real disappointed in a lot of young people these days. I've got hope when I see other young people. I've got hope that you know, perhaps the world is all right anyway, and it's going to turn out good, because I see some people like my grandmother and granddaughter and some others that I know that, you know, they carry on. They know what work is all about. They know what setting goals are about. They know what being, like you said, focused is all about. And you know, so I try not to let the younger people that I see that are that I'm really disappointed in. I try not to let them, you know, bring down my overall view of young people. I hope I've got hope for the future.
Well, I understand exactly what you're saying. That's why I say your granddaughter is exceptional. I look around me and even my own grandchildren, and I just really find that remarkable that at 13 years old she's that focused.
I've got a couple grandsons that they're grown, but they you know, they're real focused, and they know what they want out of life. They know what responsibility is all about, and they fulfill their responsibilities. And I've got one or two that I just ain't sure if they're gonna make it or not. But I have hope. I have hope for the future, and I'll be honest with you, my hope for the future comes through this business, because through the networking business. I've been in networking now for network marketing for 40 years, for right at 40 years, and I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of young people that have, in 40 years' time, they're not young people anymore, but they've grown up and they've become citizens. They've become, you know, responsible citizens. So I do have hope. I do have hope for the future. Y'all didn't know I was going to start preaching, did you?
You're not preaching. You're stating facts.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm proud of my daughter. She's in her last term for being a registered nurse.
That's great.
And you know, like I never thought that was going to happen for various reasons. And yeah, I think she's done in April, and then she has one big test to write or exam, and she'll be a qualified registered nurse.
That's absolutely fantastic, and we need more people coming into the medical field because right now there's more people leaving the medical field than there are coming in due to the current economic climate and political climate in this country. We're going to wind up with some shortage of doctors and nurses and things like that. So it's really, really great to hear young people that are putting forth the effort and work and have a vision. They have a vision for the future, and that's
Well,
fantastic.
I agree with you there because it's really scary because just here in Brantford, we have a now for the size of our city, we only have one friggin' hospital, and it's sad. She told me about a year and a half ago that she might have to move from Brantford to find a job because they discontinued RNs there. As soon as the RNs are finished, they're not hiring any more new ones.
Mm,
And I think that is absolutely ridiculous
yep, it is.
for any hospital to do it. I don't know if that's happening with you in the States. So if it's happening here to us in my city, you know it's going to be happening in other cities besides this city. You know, not hiring any new RNs at all. Once they retire or something happens, they're not hiring anymore.
I've seen that same situation in my lifetime. I've seen the same situation come about in other industries where the people that have put forth the extra effort to become, you know, RNs in their field. They put forth that extra effort to learn and learn the trades and help guide the younger people. And I've seen where it's become popular for them for companies and people to do away through attrition mostly, but they're doing away with the more experienced and older, not necessarily old in age, but more experienced and intelligent people that because it's cheaper for them to hire younger young people. And then I got no problem with that. Young people we need to be hiring young people and bring them in, but we need the more experienced people too to help guide them. So that's I've seen it happen in not just in the medical field, but in a lot of industries here.
You're absolutely correct because they don't have to pay the prices and that, and they can hire them as part time and don't give them benefits and all this too.
Right. Well, we've kind of gotten off subject. We've kind of gotten away from talking about the winning team and talking about Stiforp and everything. Has anybody got any Stiforp questions? Anybody got any question about the winning team or how to go about using it and everything? We've got just a few minutes here before we reach the hour mark. I don't want to hold everybody up all night long. There is a webinar tonight. Of course, everybody knows that. Tonight's our first closeout night. We get excited. This is where we see new people pop up in your matrix, and that's great. New people and it's new money. That's what we hear about. So if you get an opportunity to tune into the webinar tonight, if you've got anybody new, anybody that's looking for an opportunity or looking at Stiforp, it's a good thing to invite them to and invite them to listen to. I don't know who's doing it tonight. Marcus Brigham usually does the webinar, and he does a really good job. Marcus is, he does a good job for Stiforp. He puts a lot of energy and a lot of work into Stiforp. So, if anybody else has got anything else you wanna bring up here in the next few minutes, that's great. If not, I will let everybody go and have a good evening, and look forward to hearing you again back here on Thursday evening. And bring some people with you. Bring some new people. Bring some old people. Pick the phone up and call somebody. Uh, we all have people in our downlines. Pick the phone up and call. Remind them that we're here. We're here to support. We're here to help them grow their business. Congratulations to Sandy, by the way. Sandy's added some new people here this past week, and we want to say congratulations there.
Thank you.
And we know she's been working hard at it. She's also working hard at. Her and her son Doug there have built a couple of websites, and they are really fantastic. So if you get a chance to get the URLs from Sandy, and I think she's got some IBO URLs for them. And Zach, Sandy, why don't you just go close out here with us and just go ahead and give everybody those URLs.
Well, the one I remember is ibourl.net, my Skyforp tools. The other one I don't remember. I'll have to post it somewhere.
See if I can.
Oh, Dynamic Duo. I think that ibourl.net. Dynamic Duo, I think. Not awful. I'm not on my machine.
Sam, did you want to repeat those? IBO.net.
ibourl.net. My Skyforp tools. The other one I honestly can't remember.
Well, I thought I had them.
ibourl.net, my Skyforp tools?
Yes, / my Skyforp tools.
Oh, / my Skyforp tools, okay.
I thought I had them handy here where I could pull them right up.
Me too. But
okay,
I'm not on my usual machine. So.
I think that's my problem.
Okay, ibourl.net. Okay, I'm just going to repeat it one more time.
Right there. If my screen's still viewable, if y'all can still see the screen, there they are right there. It's ibourl.net / my Skyforp tools, and
got it.
ibourl.net / Dynamic Duo, and I think that's fantastic. I think both of those sites are really, really good.
Oh, thank you. You know what was interesting, Mike? We tried to use one of the, I think it's the Are You Ready video on the website, and we couldn't because it doesn't have a link. There's no link to it. And I emailed Skyforp and asked them for the link, and they said they don't allow you to post that. So, couldn't do it. I mean, we got around it by putting it on the page and just saying, to click on the link, to click on the video.
Right.
But it was so funny, it just strange. So I may take one of yours and use that. I don't know.
Perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. Let's see here. That one, I like that one. That's really, it's showing. If you see my screen here, and the other one, my Skyforp tools, is it gets into a subject that like Sandy mentioned earlier, it's not covered exactly this way, and I think it's really, really good.
Well, I had done a PR. Oh gosh, I don't remember when. Not too long ago, and I kind of worked around. You don't buy a 1/4-inch drill because you need a 1/4-inch drill. You buy a 1/4-inch drill because you need a 1/4-inch hole.
Yeah, there you
and
go.
that's just an old thing that's jiggling around in my mind. And I thought, I ought to do one of those Skyforp tools and base it on that.
Yeah.
So that's the PR. And that's what gave us the idea to do the website.
I remember that PR now that you mentioned it. I remember that. It was good, too.
Yeah, it wasn't too long ago, but you'll have to publish it again.
There you go. There you go. Anyway, these sites are simple. They're straightforward. They're clean. They're good looking. Uh, if I remember right, you produced them on a program called Wix or something like that, WIX or.
Yeah, I do them on Wix. I have a lot of trouble with Weebly. I don't know. Maybe it's me, but I just can't seem to figure out how to work Weebly.
Whatever works easiest for you.
Whatever works, right?
That's great. But anyway.
Mike, thanks for your call. I've lost my strength, so I'm going to go.
Okay, Dave. We'll see you Thursday night.
I'll be there.
Hi, Dave.
Good night.
Go on, Dave.
Very nice, Sandy. You and your son did a good job.
Yeah, Doug tweaks them and makes them work. I just come up with the ideas.
Doug does a good job. He does a real good job, dude.
He does.
And you do a good job of coming up with ideas. That's what we need, idea people. Alrighty. Well, and if nobody has anything else they want to add tonight, we'll close this call out, and I'll look forward to seeing everybody again Thursday night. And like I said, we do have a webinar tonight at 10 o'clock Eastern Time. If you'd like to attend that. Sometimes Marcus throws out some real good information there. Other than that, we'll say good night, and hope everybody has a good evening and a good week.
Good night, everybody. God bless you.
Good night,
everybody.
Eat those chocolate ones, honey, because we had some last night.
To stop conference recording, press 1. Your conference recording has stopped.
What you watching?